Yes, it's okay to be happy. And here's a few rules, guidelines, in my opinion, to help you follow your dreams.
Live happy, fun-loving, and carefree.
So it's all about being happy, fun-loving, and carefree. And, we really mean that. And that's why we welcome you to our little homestead here. And, I've got a few rules that I like to follow, and I think that they'll help you in being happy every day. When you wake up in the morning, you all hear it's your choice to be happy or not. And sometimes, like now, it can be a little challenging. And, the thing is, briefly, is we've lived in pretty good times. I mean, basically, in life, we typically go from one tragedy to the next, from one bad thing to the next bad thing. Whether it's wars or weather or whatever thing is happening, is throughout human history, is we just go from one bad experience to the next with maybe a little pleasant gap in between. And here in the United States, the Civil War, World War I, the Depression, World War II, and when I was a teenager in the 70s, we had inflation and stagnation, and they were actually talking about going to a 4-day work week because nobody could find a job, and just the craziness. And so people that have been born, people that are like, say, 40 years old or younger, really haven't experienced incredible tragedy until right now, that we've been living in a pretty decent, comfortable time. So what can we do so that we're happy even when everything around us seems to be not going well? Is my first rule is control what you can control, and don't worry about things that you can't control. In the boating world, there's the old saying of, I can't control the direction of the wind, but I can adjust my sails to get to my destination. So control the things that you can control. Think about what, you can control how you react to your job. You can control what kind of foods that you eat, what kind of car you drive, where, your day-to-day activities. Focus on the things that you can control, and don't spend all your time and energy focused on things that you can't control. That, if a hurricane's coming towards you, worrying about it, you're not going to change the direction of the hurricane. All you can do is change, your actions, what you're going to do to deal with it. And that's really important. And, another thing then, another rule, guideline, is don't argue with idiots. And I just, before I came out here to shoot this video, somebody showed a picture on a social media site of a hawk sitting on the fence. And they said they're missing 2 chickens. Do you think the hawk is getting them, and what should they do? And boy, shoot the hawk, the hawk's carrying off your chickens, just all kinds of misinformation. And the picture's a little blurry, and I don't know exactly where the person is located because it's a big homesteading group, but it looked like it was probably a red-tailed hawk. And it probably is a juvenile from this year or last year. It wasn't super big. So I made the comment that hawks are federally protected, that, it can involve prison time and very substantial fines if you do kill one. Yes, you can acquire special permits. There are special circumstances, a lot of hoops to jump through and things that you can, big giant wasp there. Wow. There's hoops that you can jump through. and get permits, but your best course of action is to protect your livestock like your chickens, or maybe call your Department of Natural Resources and have them take care of it, kind of a thing. And people are like telling me how wrong I am. Hawks can carry off cats and dogs, and hawks can pick up chickens, and it's like, I'm not going to argue with you. Yes, I can go find all kinds of documented proof from the experts that say a hawk that weighs 2 pounds can carry X amount of weight and things, but what's the point? People today have in their mind about all kinds of things, and I'm just using the hawk story as an example because you know what I'm talking about with that's going on today is people have their opinion, and no matter what you or I say, they're not going to change their mind. So why argue with them? Say what you want to say, document it with a link or something if you can, and then you just have to let it go, because people they're just going to go round and round and on and say things that just absolutely are like not true in your wildest imagination. And the next thing is, don't let people stomp on your dreams. How can I say this? Don't let people that have given up on their dream tell you that you can't follow your dream. And there's a lot of that today, is people wanting to tell you how to live your life. So don't let that happen. And, not being concerned about the big picture, not arguing with people, not letting other people stomp on your dreams and that, that doesn't mean that you're a hermit living out here on the homestead, all by yourself, or that you're in your RV traveling on the roads, or in your sailboat cruising, the islands or whatever. I'm not saying that you have to run away and escape the real world. I'm just, what's that word I'm looking for? What's the word? Tell me what the word is. Apathy, is, I'm not saying that you've got to, be that you just don't care about what's going on around you. Sure, my neighbor's mowing his lawn. You might be able to hear it in the background. And, I care about them. And if he needed help with something, I would help him. And he would help me. And things like that. That's fine. I'm not saying, run away and hide from the world. But just control the things that you can control. Don't argue with people that are never, ever, ever going to see your point of view. And don't let other people keep you from being happy and living your dream. Oh, you'll never get a job if you move there, or you'll never be able to afford a house, or what are you going to do if you get sick, if you're on, people just poo-poo whatever you suggest that you want to do. So I hope these few things have helped you out. Watch this video for more exciting information. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so you'll get notified, hopefully, when the next video comes out, because we truly want you living happy, fun-loving, and carefree, whatever your dreams are.